Last week, my kids were asked to come into school with hot socks. They said hot socks day as a challenge to support bullying in schools and mental health for children. And I was thinking, what a beautiful idea. Very often we feel like we can't face the world in the wrong t-shirt or the wrong haircut or the most ridiculous ideas that we use to define value in our lives. So much so that children struggle with self-worth and self-esteem because of the quality of what they are wearing in comparison to other children. So I found this challenge really, really amazing. Children being the same, even within their ultimate differences of identity, of beliefs, of values, of class and ethnicity and whatever else. They were unified by the oddity of their own wardrobes and accepting that they don't have to be perfect to have a lovely day. They don't have to be perfect to be appreciated by their mates in school. They blended in, they had a brilliant day, and they went home in hot socks without feeling diminished. Understanding that difference is amazing. Making all the children celebrate Diwali, Christmas, Eid, and all the other cultural festivities that have nothing to do with their individual beliefs, but everything to do with the wider world, tolerance of other people's ways of life. When they admire people not because they conform to their own expectations, but because they flaunt their difference beautifully. And that's what I found in those silly moments of getting my son out the door with bright, colorful rainbow socks into school, building that image in them to enable them to color outside of the lines in their lives or embrace those who do so in their own lives. How often do we pull out our cameras and start videoing in the back seat of the car when you're thinking, oh, I need to get back and sit perfectly in my recording corner where there's lighting? How limiting is that when sometimes you find yourself in beautiful locations but you're not in that mood of recording because it's not your space of recording, it's not your face of recording, and everything aligning perfectly before you can go for that interview, you can speak to that girl, that boy, and you can relate with that friend. It's so ridiculous how we box ourselves into corners of limitation because everything is not perfectly aligning to what we want, what we hope for, what we think needs to happen before we can be amazing, respected, acknowledged, or whatever it is that we hide from. Self-acceptance means loving you every day. You were already amazing. You were already validated before you opted that game to whatever it is that works better for you. You're amazing without socks. You're amazing with hot socks. You're amazing without shoes. And that's the message that made me want to share with you. Hot Socks Day is a bigger message than the socks that the kids took to school that day. It's a message of self-worth, acknowledging your worth so that you can acknowledge that of others, acknowledging the difference in people, how they choose to live their lives. And sometimes that difference is not by choice, but it is their own way of embracing their individuality, their identity, and every odd that life has presented them with it. Acceptance is a beautiful thing. And that's the only way we can embrace challenges in life and carry on being amazing without feeling diminished, without feeling reduced by those scars, by whatever it is that your mind deems as limited. How often do we wait for perfect to align? And how much do we miss when we wait for those perfectly aligning moments? Have a think about it. Grab some hot socks, metaphorically, and live life differently. Be more accepting, be more loving, be more kind, be more tolerant to those people whose life presents them with hot socks moments, hot socks behavior, odd socks odds in their lives, that they feel weird, and we call them weirdos, less than whatever it is that you perceive to be enough or better than that. Odd Socks Day is a challenge to widening our minds